I would like to say that for this particular group, without a doubt, I know that you take me there, let us they had a lot of money. Who made it for you? Made you thank you for our paper, thank you for our investor. We even had to do a lead. So I know that you thank you to all somebody else.
Okay, next we'll have, first of all, let me, I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Quentin Stiles. I'm the director of the Police Academy. This is my first class, so I'm excited. Glad to see that we could finally put you all doing it. Just like I want to echo like Dean Stone said earlier, y'all had a tough time, and I understand. No one, the pandemic was not on my calendar, and I'm sure but you all persevered. It was tough, a lot of changes, a lot of add-ons and things, but you made it. I guarantee you, if you're able to get through this, and you get to a police department, it's going to be the same thing, a lot of changes. So next we'll have the invocation and John Williams.
Turn down for word of prayer. Father God in heaven, again we come with another opportunity to say thank you for being better than good than we could ever be to ourselves. We thank you, Father, for this occasion. We thank you, Father, for helping us to stand strong in the face of adversity. When it seemed like there was no light at the end of the tunnel, Father, you were there to help us, give us faith to keep going and push us through. We thank you, Father, for giving us the courage to stand, to keep moving forward, to encourage one another, Father, to help each other to study, to help each other to know that there are greater things waiting for us. We are thankful for the staff, Father, that invested their time and energy to help us to be successful to make it to this moment. Thank you, Father, for our families who had to endure sacrifices as well that helped us and pushed us to make it to this moment. We thank you, Father, for the career path that you have already set in place for us. Wherever we may choose to go, Father, we ask that the love and arms of protection will be around each and every one of us. Help us to remember the things that we have learned here at the academy. Help us to remain strong and professional. And we ask the God that you would just bless our careers to have longevity and to flourish. And we ask, Father, that you would continue to help us to not just stop here, but continue to grow, continue to educate ourselves in our profession. We ask the God that you will be here in this program, Father, that it will be a blessing unto you. It will be a memorable moment for each and every one of us to cherish. And we ask the God that you will just continue to help us to stay strong, continue to help us to not only move forward, but to pass on what we have learned today to others. And we're so thankful for your love, your grace, your mercy, and helping us to make it to this very moment. In Jesus' name we thank you and pray. Amen.
Thank you, Janon. This police thing doesn't work out for you. We may have something lined up for you. Thank you again. Next, we'll have the code of ethics, and we'll ask every cadet to please stand and recite the unison, please.
As long as the officer, our duty to serve the community, save our lives from others, to protect innocent and deception, to weak and subversion. Let everything that you can violence is for. Remember the fight from the right of our while keeping my heart and soul, I am all. Myself and Maintain very strong, very steady, be constant, honorable, honest and godly, I'll be just living along the land, wherever I see or hear around in me, and why me on this path, to be able to receive the word. I will never have a picture of one feeling, urges, or belief, aspiration, and hopefully, with no compromise of time, with no prosecution of those, I will enforce the law of courtesy, emotions, fear of failure, malice or ill will, never employing the necessary force of violence, never accepting your duty. I recognize the value of my office as a symbol of faith. I accept it as a public judge to be held for long without truth. I will never engage in acts of corruption and bribery. Nor will I condone such acts by other police officers. I will cooperate with all legally authorized agencies. I know that I alone am responsible for my own status as a performance. And I will take every reasonable opportunity to enhance and improve my level of knowledge. I will constantly strive to achieve the objectives of my field, dedicating myself before driving my children to law enforcement.
Thank you. Take a seat. Next, I have the opportunity to introduce our speaker of the day. Major Robert Arredondo is a 23-year veteran of the Dallas Police Department. He is currently at the Northeast Division Commander. He commands an area of Dallas which has a population of approximately 300,000 and covers 88 square miles. Major Arredondo has 358 sworn officers and 11 non-sworn employees under his command. Major Arredondo is a highly regarded officer who has worked extensively in several Dallas Police Department units, including gang unit, homicide, and traffic. While assigned to the homicide unit, he was featured in AA's First 48, where he successfully solved murder cases. To prepare for his current role as major and division commander, he accepted challenging positions and continued leadership development by attending the Police Executive Research Forum, Senior Management Institute for Police. Major Arredondo earned an Associate of Science at Dallas College, Cedar Valley campus, a bachelor's degree in criminal justice administration at Arlington State University, and is currently completing a Master of Public Affairs at the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley. I've had an opportunity to know Robert. I actually worked with Robert in homicide and state. Very sharp young man. We also have the ability, not the ability, but we had the pleasure of serving. We both were presidents of unions. Robert was past president of the Latino Police Association, while I was also the president of the Black Police Association. He's a sharp man, compromising man, is willing to work with anybody and everybody. And he's a good police officer. He's a police officer. He looks out for police officers, and he understands all the things that we have to do with it. So I please invite Robert Arredondo. Please welcome.
Thank you for that kind introduction. I think that's probably the in our long friendship. I do appreciate it. Good evening, everyone. Dean Jones, Representative Judge, Cabinet staff, most importantly, graduating officers. Thank you for allowing me the honor of addressing you today. I want to welcome everyone to this tremendous occasion as we celebrate the great accomplishments these men and women have achieved. As you know, we are going through a unique time in our society. Over the last 6 months, we have seen the virus transform our society and change our way of life into a new normal. We have seen a nationwide call for change in modern day policing. Never in my 23 years have I seen our profession go through a test quite like this. Lately, I have been reflecting on my experiences in my time in the Dallas Police Department. experiences help me every day with the struggles facing our profession. I am proud to say I am a Dallas area native and have spent my whole life in the DFW Metroplex. I was taught at an early age, always look for the positive in any situation. That can be difficult sometimes, especially if you're a Dallas Cowboys fan like me. I am positive this is our time for another Super Bowl ring. Of course, I say this every year, but one day I'm gonna be right. One day, hopefully, real soon. It was no surprise that I decided to join the Dallas Police Department to follow a dream I had of wanting to help people and make a difference. On June 7th, 1996, I walked into the doors of the Dallas Police Academy and began a lifelong civil career. I've had the pleasure of working in a variety of capacities within the department. I started out working in patrol at our central patrol. I then went to the gang unit to later become a missing persons state. After a few years, I moved to one of the most challenging positions I've ever worked. Some of you might recognize me because of this. I was a much younger, best-looking homicide detective on the first 48. After several years, I decided it was time to help make a positive change within my own department. I began studying and slowly promoting through the ranks. As a sergeant and lieutenant, I was blessed to have worked with many senior officers and supervisors who helped me grow as a leader. Today, as a major, I am the division commander of the biggest and busiest division in the city of Dallas, the Northeast Patrol Division. On a side note, I never knew that promoting to the ranks was going to require me to become a Twitter user and learn about hashtags and tags. By the way, my Twitter username is @DPGArizona, in case you want to follow. Can't blame me for that little plug. Like everyone here in this room, I too am dealing with COVID-19 concerns and the anti-police comments being made against law enforcement professionals. I get asked how I keep a smile on my face with everything going on. I will tell you my secret. It is the fellow officers I work with every day. Every day I see my brothers and sisters go out and do their job, despite everything that is going on. I see the great community support we get from our residents that the media does not show. I stand here in front of everyone of you and I see the faces, new graduates, who are here to answer the call. These are the things that keep the smile on. As you know, not everyone is cut out for this type of profession. Just like our nurses, doctors, teachers, and all other essential workers. Yes, I'm even talking about the firefighters too. It is not just a job to us, it is a way of life. It makes me smile to see the next generation stepping up to answer this call for their community. There is also another group of people with us tonight. We need to make sure we honor. Just like our graduates, the family and friends in the audience have made sacrifices. They will continue to do so for the rest of your career. To the family here today, I have a special message for you. You will be the greatest strength in these officers' careers. You have already made your own sacrifices for them to get this far, and more will be required. The odd hours, the negative media attention, and the long shifts are just a few of the struggles they will have. And they will need your support and understanding. None of us are immune to these challenges, and as humans, we need help from time to time. So I want to take this moment for the graduates to stand and applaud the family and friends watching for their continued support of each of you graduates. Now to the graduates. You're about to enter what I believe is the greatest profession in the world. You have now proven to your academy staff that you are ready to serve. You are family now to anyone who wears the badge. You will leave today with the comforting fact that every person who wears the badge on their chest is here to serve and will have your back with thick and thin. This is the greatest professional family you could ever be a part of, and I am honored today to be the first to welcome you to it. I pray for each and every one of you that you all have a safe and prosperous career. Now, as your keynote speaker, this is the time I am supposed to give you great advice that will make your career successful and rewarding. The first piece of advice I have is this: always do what is right. You will be okay. We as officers are always under a microscope, on and off duty. You have seen the news of fellow officers who have made mistakes and made us all look bad. We're constantly judged by the actions of few individuals. However, know that your fellow brothers and sisters will always have your back as long as you did and continue to do the right thing. As police officers, you're being expected to step in and take action. But I'm telling you that you will also need to listen to the people you serve. As Winston Churchill once said, courage is what it takes to stand up and speak. Courage is also what it takes to sit down and listen. This is why each and every one of you are here. You have answered the calling of service, protect the weak, help educate the youth, become role models in today's challenging society, enforce the laws of this great country, be fair, protect human rights and life, and always do what is right. Our profession is not a singular line. We have no shape to define modern policing. This job is constantly evolving and changing how we protect our society. But the one constant you can always count on is that we have each other and future members of our family who will join us in the years to come. My second piece of advice is to keep a circle of friends who are not in the law enforcement profession. You'll realize soon that this job needs balance. When you go home, you need to be able to turn off the police switch and join the rest of society. This job can consume you if all you do is live and breathe police. Make sure you stay in contact with your current friends and family to talk about non-police issues on a regular basis. It's okay to talk about how the Dallas Cowboys are the greatest team. This is our year, guys. I know this does not seem important to most of you now, but it will be later. Our job is to protect the environment we have today, and sometimes, as officers, we forget to enjoy the very thing we are protecting. Everything in life needs balance, and this job is no different. When you go home at the end of the shift, it is okay to relax, talk with people who are not officers, but non-police issues. But while you are enjoying life, you can relax knowing your fellow brother and sister in blue is currently on duty at that time, protecting the very thing you're doing. Then when you return to work, you'll pay them back. You will do the same thing. This is the best advice I can offer you to help guarantee you a successful career in policing and advice. So with that being said, on this day, I officially welcome you to the law enforcement family and greatest show on earth. Congratulations to our graduates today, and God bless each one of you. I know you're going to do good.
Thank you, Major Arredondo. Thank you. Hey, it's like you learned a little something from me. Okay, no, that's right. Well, thank you. And also, I want you to remember the things that he said, some of those things about those three pieces of advice, they they do come in handy. I see too many times police officers, they live and breathe police work. You need friends that aren't police officers. You need to do stuff that doesn't even do so, deal with police officers. It can't be your whole life. So take that word of advice into heed what he said. Okay, next we're gonna move on. We're gonna move over to the presentation of awards. I'm gonna be helped by Adam Holden, and we're gonna start with the presentation of the letters, and we'll start with the part-time class. So we're gonna go down the road. Yes, I need to read the road. Part-time. First, we start off with, and if you don't want to designate someone to take a picture of you and send back to your family or one of the class, I think Mr. Solis, if you'd like to do that, and we can send a picture to you. Now, normally we shake your hands and give you a hug, but due to COVID, keep moving. Okay, first of all, we have Mr. Maximus Diamond. Give him a hand. Diamond. Daniel Alonso. Next we have Chad Paul. Next we have Tamika D. Hill. Next, Brian Lancaster II. Next, Caleb M. Rios. Next, we have Mr. Solis. Can we get somebody to take a picture for Mr. Solis? Next, we have Antoinette Smith. Last but not least, Janon D. Williams. Okay, we'll move on to the full-time class, starting with David G. Dombrowski. Next, we have Daniel Farias. Chandler G. Harris. Ladarian R. Lynch. Matthew McLean. Last but not least, Stanley D. Taylor. Okay, next we have some presentation of some personal awards for people who done some outstanding achievements on. First we'll start with our valedictorian for the part-time. Not here, okay, the salutatorian is Chad C. Paul. Hold on one second. He's got to do the coin. Oh, you're- Okay, now we're moving on to the full-time valedictorian, Daniel Woods. Oh, man, I feel like Steve Harvey. Stanley Taylor, I'm sorry. Stanley Taylor, I'm sorry.
This man, people.
Like Steve Harvey. Next, our salutatorian, Daniel. Okay, that concludes all of our awards. We have two more awards, and these are for marksmen. And one thing I want to say about the valedictorian and the salutatorian, the scores were very close. We talked about some decimals. So, I mean, those people they were very close. The third guy was like on both sides. Behind the salutatorian, there were less than a percentage point. So the scores were very, very close. And I had to call in the mathematician to look at it to make sure. Okay, the next we're going to present, this was one of the best times I had with you guys at the range. And we are giving an award for the marksman for both classes. The marksman for the part-time class is going to be Mr. Lancaster, Brian Lancaster. I had an opportunity to stand beside Mr. Lancaster at the range. Boy, he can shoot. He got a tight shot crew. And our next marksman for the full-time people is going to be Mr. McLean. Now, one thing about Mr. McLean, I saw him, the first time I saw him shoot, stuff wasn't that tight, but I don't know what happened. The second time he came out, it was a totally different guy. I don't know if he was just nervous or what, but we were in the woods with Carol, so I'm not sure. But the second time he came out there was very good. And okay, that wraps up our presentations. I got one more presentation for my speaker. Major Arredondo, please come up, sir. I know this doesn't pale in comparison to the state dinner that okay, cricket ball. All right, now this is what you all been waiting for, and that's what I've been waiting for. Next, we'll have presentations by the class leaders of each class. First will be Jason D. Solis for the part-time class. Now, one thing I want to say, Jason did not ask me how long this would be or anything. Now, his counterpart, he wanted to know how long it would be. So, Jason, we'll let you go first.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Most importantly, my fellow First, I want to thank the Academy administration for teaching us and guiding us in the right path. Thank you. Also, I want to thank my family members, our family members, for helping us get through this. It's been a hard and crazy journey. Here in this academy,